Hey guys, it's your girl Nix in Serbia, and I'm back. I'm gonna be doing this over and over again. And I'm sure you have trust issues because I've said it before. I'm like, oh, I'm back, and then I wasn't back. No, I'm actually back. And I know last week I was like, what do you wanna know? And then as I'm talking to people, more and more content ideas are just flowing and they're just coming to me. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. If you're new here, my name is Nix. Actually, my name is Nicole. I go by Nix, and I'm just a girl who moved from Canada to Serbia, and I've been here a year, and I am loving my life. I am happy. Watch the other videos, and you can see the stages, the frustrations, little things that happen along the way. Totally normal. If you are an OG, and for my Serbs who don't know what that means, it means an original follower, OG. And to my people out in Canada, of course, you know OGs, then thank you so much for your support. I'm going to continue shooting because I've realized by all the messages and outreach that I've had that people actually like my videos. I don't know. Anyways, today we're going to talk all about Google in Serbia and does it actually even exist? Let's talk about it.
Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know.
Okay, so I know you're probably already thinking of course Google exists in Serbia, Nicole. What the heck are you talking about? You get on your phone and you're like, hey, www.google. That's not what I'm talking about. There's so much more to unravel here. So when we were moving from Canada to Serbia, my fellow Canadians, I know you know, my Americans, you're either a Google or an Apple person, and your home is equipped with Google. So in every room I walked into, I could have been like, hey, Google, and it would answer me. It would be like, yes. And I'm like, turn on the lights, turn off the lights. Tell me what the strength of my internet is. Turn on music, turn on the TV, turn off the TV. Your doorbell had a camera and it was connected to Google, which was connected to your phone. Okay, stay with me here. You leave the house and you're going out. You hop on Google Maps. It takes you to where you're going. We're going to unravel that one because let me tell you, Google Maps in Serbia is a problem. Okay, hold on. Stay with me. And then you want to know where you're going. You Google the restaurant or to the place that you're going, and then you read the Google reviews to make sure that, where you're going is going to be satisfactory, good, not good, etc. Or you're happy, you're upset, you leave a review on Google, right? Right? Did I miss anything? Kiki, did I miss anything?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, teenagers. So here's where it gets good. We were leaving for Serbia, and I was like, babe, I searched and we can't use our Google products. Not even the Fire Stick in the back of the TV. You can use it as, I guess, a hub to be a portal app spot, if that makes sense. But there's no Amazon either. But that's a whole different issue, okay? Anyways, I'm just talking about Android interfaces and Google. Okay, so I'm like, we can't bring our Google anything because it's not supported in Serbia, which means it's not going to work here. I mean, I even said to you guys in this video, hey, Google, and my phone did nothing and my computer did nothing. Well, my computer's now an Apple, but I mean, I have a PC sitting beside me. It did nothing, okay? Okay, so we decide we're going to leave it. At first, I'm like, how am I going to live without Google? We'd be sitting at the dinner table. See? Kiki, we forgot something.
What did we forget?
When we'd sit at the table and we'd have debates, and then we'd ask Google to verify the answer.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd be at the dinner table, and I'd say, the dog jumped over the moon. I'm just giving you an example. And let's say Kiki would be like, the dog did not jump over the moon. And I'm like, yeah, it did. Google, hey Google, when did the dog jump over the moon? The dog jumped over the moon on October 18th, 2023. Right? You guys like that? It's pretty good, huh? Pretty good? Okay, so then I'd be like, see, I told you, I'm right, you're wrong. So Google became like my backup. Like it was like that, like you're my right hand. Like I know you got my back. When I ask you a question, you're gonna help me answer it. Okay, so we come to Serbia. I'm like, bye Google. Gave it to a bestie. It is what it is. At least we have Google when we get here. Google Maps in Serbia has not been updated in most areas in 8 years. In some areas, 9 years. Just think about where you live and how much has changed in 8 years, 9 years. Just take a moment and think about it. So we Google things when we get here. Obviously, we don't know where we're going. We know nothing about where we're going. We've gone down dirt roads that are apparently roads. We've gone down roads that were dead ends. Heck, I know someone who used Google Maps and it sent them through a mine. Like literally they were mining and they're driving and they're like going over huge bumps and like through tunnels and crap. And like the people looking at them, they're like, what the hell are you doing here? Google is what we're doing here. Google Maps is an asshole. In Serbia, they have not updated. I guess, I don't know, why are we in Serbia, and yeah, I say we because I live here, why are we not valid enough? I don't know what to say. Why are we not valid to be updated for Google? Drive your stupid Google car all around Google. Drive your stupid car all around Serbia, because you know what? In Serbia, it's not like we don't have a shit ton of cameras. Before the Serbs come for me and they're like, oh, because we don't want cameras. Every islas, Kiki? Ulas?
Man, I can't even tell the difference between the two.
But am I saying them right?
Yes.
Okay, every exit and entrance to each town, if it's substantial, has cameras for facial recognition to know when you're in and out. So don't come for me and tell me it's because we don't want cameras. And then here's the cherry on the cake. So you're lost because Google has sent you down every wrong direction possible. And you're literally in a cornfield and you see a deda or a baka and you're like, yes. Excuse me. How do I get back to blah, blah, blah? And then it's like this. Desno, levo, pravo, desno, levo, pravo. Straight, left, right, straight, right, left. Can I get back? Like, my young followers won't remember these days, but can I just get back that book to like look at where I need to go? Something that's been published in the last 2 years at least, because I'm going to blame technology, but my memory for directions when people start, I tune out after the second right. I have to now find another deda or baka to find out what my next turn is. So let me make this message very nice for Google. Hey Google, I was just wondering if it's not for the whole of Serbia, maybe you could do it for Nix. Could you please come here and update the map? Because there's a lot of tourists here and a lot of people are actually deciding to move here. And hey, the Serbs are deserving of adequate maps. So in your free time, if you don't mind passing by, we'd love an update. We've only waited 8 years. Thanks. Okay, so now let's move on. They've got their message. Am I always this hyper if you're new here? Yes. Am I always this animated? Yes. Moving on. My Serbs already know if they're here and they're with me, they know they've accepted, they've met me, some of them. They know it's legit. Anyways. Okay, so restaurants, Google reviews, and like places where you're going. So in Canada, like I said, we would really reflect on where we're going, or sorry, not reflect, maybe choose where we're going based on the Google reviews. Hey guys, like, where do you want to go eat? Hey, there's that new restaurant down the road, blah, blah, blah. What's the name? I'll Google it. I Google the name. Here's the name. Let me check the reviews. Oh, bad reviews. They got cockroaches. You get my drift? Okay. So we come here and we're like, hey, we don't know where to eat. Again, let me, with my Google dependent self, hop onto the Google search engine and figure out where we're going to go eat. Oh, this place has 2,000 reviews. Let's go there. There's numerous issues here. I have found the more Google reviews, the nicer the restaurant, the worse the food is. The food is better in the restaurants that actually don't have Google reviews, that don't have websites, that don't have any of that. The hole in the wall where the chairs are falling apart with a little cushion on it that if I was in Canada, I would have said, I am not sitting on that. Those are the restaurants you want to go to. So anyways, a long story short, when we first moved here, we went to numerous fancy restaurants. And this obviously isn't for all the restaurants. I mean, I've been to some really nice looking restaurants and they happen to have good food. But here's the thing. When they have good food, the group of us, and I say group because it's my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, their 2 kids, my husband and I, and our 3 kids, and we happen to go out all together a lot. We all are like, oh, this is a pleasant surprise. Like, it tastes good and it looks nice. I don't think I've ever had that feeling, that surprise, that discussion at any table in Canada. Normally, if it looks nice, we get great food. That's not to say there's not holes in the wall in Canada that are like, oh my God, I need that like grease that's 10 years old, like from the oil in the fryer that's never been changed. Of course, there are those opportunities too that are, taken and they don't really have Google reviews, or they do, but you ignore them anyways. But for the most part, I'm talking about here in Serbia, the best restaurants have no reviews. You're walking by and you're like, oh. Now here's my thing. This is like the conclusion I've come to. And I could be totally off my wagon on this. But I think the reason why, so you know how I said, oh, I don't like Serbian food? Let me retract that. I like Serbian food in Canada. Yeah. So in Canada, the food just had more flavor, as weird as it is. And I'm going to call it chemicals because I know in Serbia now, after being here over a year, that you guys don't load everything with chemicals. Everything tastes more natural. But there's a reason why chemicals are used in Canada. It's to manipulate the taste. So whatever the heck they did, their kaimak was phenomenal in Canada. What I would do for Canadian kaimak is unreal. Chavabs, I ate them. Karageorgieva in Canada, what? I mean, I could keep going. Like sarma in Canada, sarma here. We're talking 2 different beasts. So when you guys come for me saying like, how insulting that you don't like our food. Listen, I liked it in Canada, okay? So I'm still going through the transitional stages of learning what real food tastes like. Okay. So now that I'm here and I'm trying new foods, or I call it new foods, even though it's original foods, I find that, where was I going with this? Oh, I know where I was going with this. The reason why this is my conclusion. See, I have the memory of a fish. Can you imagine trying to tell me directions? Okay, anyways. So when you're going to these restaurants and they have tons of great reviews, it's probably really good food to the Serbs, but not the North Americans. You feel me? You get it? Because we're so used to this chemical overload. Because when I go through the reviews, like let's just take Kineski restaurants. I think that's like my biggest shocker of them all. When any North American I know, or Aussie, someone from the UK, when they try Kineski restaurants, and I mean you have real Chinese people making the food here. We have like kikkoman or whatever it's called, soy sauce. So it's not like we don't have original good products here. But when I tried the Chinese food here, I don't know if I've ever been so disappointed. It was next level nasty. And I know, I'm in Serbia. Why am I eating Chinese food? Well, when I was in Canada, I was eating Chinese food. And heck, you guys have a hell of a lot of Kineski restaurants with Chinese people. I thought this is going to be like some of the best Chinese food I've ever had because it's not going to be like Canadianized. Yeah, it's a hard pass. Like not just an easy pass. It's like a hard no. Yeah, no. And when I go through reviews on Google and I see North Americans respond, they're like, this is not Chinese food. This is not good. And the Serbs are loving this shit. You guys love it. Like in some of these restaurants, the reviews are like 3,000 people leave a review and they're like, it's phenomenal. And then the people that are from North America are like, it was not edible. It needed to be thrown out. I don't know, but my point is Google sucks in Serbia and Google needs to step it up. And to the restaurants that don't have Google reviews and you're a hole in the wall, just hit my comments below because I'd like to try your food. To all those big restaurants that have amazing reviews, hey, all the power to you. Congrats. In fact, invite me to your restaurant. Prove me wrong. Prove to me that your reviews actually are worthy of being here. And I'm not looking for a free meal. Happy to pay for it. I'm just saying, let me know about your restaurant because I'm happy to go and bring the family and we will be taste testers. And heck, if it's really good, I'll even drop it in a video for you and share. I've gone to so many restaurants that I just didn't share because I was like, I'm not here to trash anyone's business, but I didn't like it. Nobody I knew liked it. But I try to only share places that I think were phenomenal. And I like to consider myself to the expats and the tours your personal Google. And other than that, hopefully this video reaches the right people and we can actually get Google to do some updates here because Serbia's done a lot of changes. And in the last 8 to 9 years, there's been so many things that have changed. And I think if people could see that from abroad, you know, when you take that little Google guy and you like drop him in a place, our tourism industry could be so much bigger. And with tourism comes money, with money comes infrastructure, with infrastructure comes opportunities for employment. Thank you for tuning into my video as always. And if you're new here, you don't know how I end my videos, but if you're an OG and you just learned that word, call yourself an OG and say this with me. Thank you for tuning in. Vidimo ciao.
Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. Time to pull a drop top out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in the house. Netflix and chillin', I GDM'in', yeah. Didn't wanna share my love till I found someone I'm sure of. Young and untamed, I've been out of range, keeping it low. But I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Well, baby, got a hold on it. Let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lies, so fair with it. Let him stare at it. Now I'm prepared. Oh, instead of love out loud, since we ain't going nowhere. So tonight, baby, meet me. Timing's right, so right. Our romance to be can't deny. Love the things we do when it's just us two. But tonight, baby, meet me outside. Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. I'm a good catch, but I never let him catch me. No, I never let him claim me. Wild thing try to tame me.